And we're back with a new video and a different video. Today we're going to do what all of you have told me I needed to do, which was add a dash cam to our cars. Kendall's car is going to get one, but they make one that integrates into the actual rearview mirror system, so it looks completely factory. You just remove the housing, and it has a new housing, but with a camera, so it doesn't interfere with any of the electronics, which there's lots of electronics on her car. But we're going to tear into Lamborghini today. So if you hate the Lamborghini videos, then I will miss you in this video. But if you want to see me tear into this thing, which is always exciting and dangerous and terrifying, because one mistake in that is $10,000 just to get started. So hopefully I don't burn the car to the ground. But I have to move this first. And I wanted to share with you real quick just what she's done already to her car. And she's negotiated the stuff herself and worked it out. She even got a little gig at Beamer Fest or Beamer Invasion, where they paid her to do some work and sell t-shirts all day and model the stuff, and it was great. And she got money, and then she put money into her car, and she did cold air intakes, which is awesome. Look at this. You can see up in there. Look at that. So this thing sounds pretty amazing, and you may be able to tell by the stance of the car that she did the lowering springs, which of course gave me anxiety to mess with the suspension of a brand new high-tech car, but it came out nice and it looks amazing. And I told her, this is yours, do what you want within reason and don't void the warranty. So as long as we don't have any suspension warranty issues, we're still good. I know the intakes can create some controversy, but that should not be an issue. Never was with our last BMW, which is dressed up like a Toyota Supra. Anyways, I need to move this thing to get the Lamborghini out. It is a perfect day. It's not hot. It's not cold. It's just right. And there's another video coming where I'm going to show you, or maybe it's already been up. It may already be up. Where I put the front splitter. I got side skirts coming. I don't know. Prius is just freaking ridiculous. But let's go ahead and cold start this BMW and let you hear how this thing sounds. We will do a full video on this soon. Just not today. You know what that reminds me of? Reminds me of a Dodge Charger 6-pack. Sounds exactly the same. Let's move this thing out of the way and tear into this guy. Oh, maybe we should do this first. Alright. And I will say this. This thing is one of the fastest cars. One of the many fast cars, but one of the fastest I have driven. I'm not kidding. This thing boogies, and it makes me wish I would have gotten her the all-wheel drive version, because this thing breaks loose like a freaking Hellcat. It's unreal. But at the time, opportunity, this thing came up, so we got this one, and it is freaking spectacular. Pretty cool. All right, let's go tear into the Lamborghini. All right, now let's do a cold start on my Lamborghini Huracan. This is going to be insane. This sets off car alarms. Hopefully not today. Hopefully their alarm does not go off next door, but it tends to happen. Sometimes I will start it with the garage door closed and try not to suffocate myself, and then get it open real quick as soon as the engine calms down. But let's go ahead and do this start. This is kind of nuts. Alright, so this is the dash cam we're going to install. This is the Botslab G300H+. They did send this to me, and they did send me the one that I put in the Prius, and these are awesome. The only reason I accepted this, because this is really inexpensive, I don't know, $100, something like that, 130 bucks, something like that. It's on sale a lot of times as well. It's really inexpensive. I'll put a link in the description below, is because its form factor won't look so obnoxious in this. I didn't mind how the big 4-channel worked in or looked in my Prius, because, well, it's a freaking Prius. But in this thing, I did not want this big thing sticking out in the front. This windshield is so raked down that anything stuck to that windshield covers so much visibility. So this one's a lot less intrusive. I've got my fuse block, I've got my hardwire kit, so I don't have to deal with losing the one little cigarette lighter plug that I have in this car. But let me show you what's in the Prius, because the one in the Prius is amazing and I highly recommend it, and it's been flawless and has not crashed. I've had one in the past that I was given that ended up crashing when I got crashed into, and I never got the footage, so it was useless for the thing it was meant to be. This is the 4-channel. It's got a channel here, channel there. These things even come right off, so you can just have the 2-channel, but I have the 4-channel. These point out to the side and catch whatever's happened on the side of the car, and then the front, and then I have the rear on the back window. So 4 channels in that, and it has been flawless, has never crashed, never died, records everything, easy to get into it. So I'm very happy with the Botslab products, and that is why I went ahead and just accepted this thing after Kendall's accident, and we will probably do something different in her car. I'm not sure. It depends on how I like this thing. It may not look bad in there, but the factory one really looks nice. The problem with the factory one from FitCam, it does not have a 2-channel, I don't believe. So what's the point of having a dash cam if you can't have rear and front facing cameras? And this thing you can. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to go with this in there, as long as I love it in here. So let's get this thing opened up and installed. All right, comes with everything. Comes with a SD card, 64 gig. I generally will increase those, but at least that comes for free. And let me show you how small this camera is. All right, look at this thing. So when it goes in the windshield, it's a lot less intrusive as the one in the Prius, and this adjusts. So pop this thing right up here, and I'll get good visibility and won't look too crazy. It's got the adjustment buttons, the on off, and even additional mic if you wanted to add that. All right, here's the rear camera, which in this car is gonna be what it is, because it's gonna have to look through that glass, through this glass, and be obstructed by this tint, and it'll be a great shot of my engine. But at least if somebody was to rear end me, it'll be real clear who caused that fault. So plenty of cable to run, especially for this thing. I can run it 15 times in circles if I wanted to. Then you got the cigarette plug, which I don't think I'm using. I'm going to hardwire this thing. At least that's the plan. They give you the interior tool and some adhesive here, as well as the power cable for the cigarette lighter, which I don't think I'm going to need because I've got the hardwire kit. Let's look at that. So simple hardwire. There's the 3 wires. Got my ground, my positive on and off, and this should be fairly easy to install. All right, in the Huracan, the fuse box is in the passenger side footwell. The diagram's on the back. All right, we're in business. How's it going, man?
How are you?
Good, thanks, dude.
Want to take it?
Ah, sure.
Over here, man.
Thanks, man. It's obnoxious, right?
Love the orange.
All right, so I used wire taps or fuse taps with open fuse blocks, and I used my tester to make sure we had constant power in these blocks. Oh, I unhooked him. Anyways, trust me when I tell you, these are completely 12 volt all the time, and these are not. So I used a mini fuse up here. I'm going to plug that in, and then I'm going to plug this in, put the ground wire right there, and we're going to see if we have power. There we go, we're in, and it's coming on. So this should have parking mode. We're good. Should have parking mode.
Please use the app to connect to the Dashcam and synchronize the system time.
Right, so now we're going to run these wires. Should be fairly easy behind these little gaps all the way around. Well, this car is very tightly made. I should be able to get everything up all the way underneath. Oh yeah, it's going to be a piece of cake. So just run the wires, and then we'll run the rear camera. We'll be done. Looks good from here, but this is what I was worried about. This looks like crap from the outside, and this makes me crazy. So look at that thing. I don't know if you can see it, but it's obnoxious. Looks like I have a big, huge camera. So I'm gonna probably move it up here. All right, so I stuck it up a lot higher, and I don't like how it's gonna look, but let's see from the outside. That'll be much better than being low. It'll do the job. Well, this thing almost beat me. Super loose to get the wire of the headliner. Zero flexibility in that dash. That is nothing. You can't get past that. You can't get a wire through there, in here. This is so tight, it's not even funny. So, pulled this down painfully. Got it to come down through here, through here, through here. So we are done. And I'm not looking forward to running the back camera, but we will get this done. Perseverance. All right, we are done. Rear facing camera is there and works. It actually covers pretty damn good, and the wires are all hidden. This was not easy because the panels are perfect. I mean, literally in this car, there's just no room except for up here and along here, so I was able to get it done. So that's it. Let me show you how great this thing works in this car, and get yourself one in the comment section below. But I'll talk about the dash cam in a minute in the car and kind of how it cuts both ways, good and bad. Alright, so I'm going to show you some footage from this thing, but first I just wanted to make my point on the dash cams. The reason why I didn't have them before is they cut both ways. So if it's your fault, you've got incriminating evidence against yourself and you're dead meat. And if it's not your fault, then great, you can, you know, bury the other guy with the footage. But considering most of us are not perfect, and I know I am certainly not perfect, some of you in the comments think that you are, having something that's going to fry me when the day comes that I do make a mistake just doesn't seem like, you know, helpful. If there's now, I'm the type of guy to take responsibility for my mistakes when I have them, but if there's any gray area or ambiguity and the video stands to incriminate you, then you just got to be prepared for that. And that comes down to the cameras with the interior view. Those are also a little risky. If you're the type of guy that grabs the phone and looks at it once in a while and you end up crashing while you're looking at your phone, there's punitive damages, and they can be significant if it's found that you were doing something illegal while you had the accident, and that falls under that. So that's just something to keep in mind. But nonetheless, I'm convinced after the last accident, last two, where Kendall got rear-ended and the lady lied and said that she pulled in front of her, good thing we had witnesses that said she did not, and we were not found at fault, but her insurance company found her only half at fault, and that was because we had no dash cam. So having one that's got the rear facing camera is really important as well, and that's why I went through the hell to wire this thing in this freaking tiny little car. But in the end, I'm confident that this dash cam, the Botslab, is a good one. I've had it in the Prius now for like 5-6 months, and that thing has not failed me once. I mean, I've had people pull in front of me, I've got the footage, it's never failed. One of my old ones that I had that I really liked and believed in did fail me when I got rear-ended in my white Dodge Charger, and that kind of sucked. That the one time I needed it, it wasn't there, and turned out the two dummies that hit me didn't have any insurance anyways, so you know, I was screwed, but my insurance covered it. But nonetheless, that's the deal. So this is the footage from the front. Now here's what's cool. You can tap this and look and watch the rear. The rear camera's not bad at all. So the front and the rear work great, and actually in this car it's not bad at all. But the footage is good. They all say that they're 4K. They all say it doesn't matter. You're dealing with dash cams, and they're not going to be perfect. I haven't found a single one that is. Someone's going to comment and tell me they found one that is, but these things do the job, tell the story, and keep you safe. So hopefully you enjoyed today's quick video. And I cut out the 2 hours of boring installation and foul language as I tried to run that wiring, and hope you appreciate that. And I will see you all in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you later.